Welcome to George Springate Park for this League Baseball Metropolitaine Junior A matchup featuring the Kahnawake Warhawks and the Pierrefonds Phillies. Jesse Lahash standing in to lead off. And he takes ball 3 outside, 3 balls and a strike here, the count. Just getting set here. You have to excuse me as I'm filming on top of a hill. They got a full count here on Jesse. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch. Hit on the ground. This is a solid chopper right to short. The throw down the first is safe. Lahash beats it out. Infield single. Good hustle. And the Warhawks have the leadoff runner aboard. Cole Snow now steps into bat. Snow, the left-hander. Jesse Lahash getting a good lead over at first, and here's the delivery. Snow takes an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Snow. Warhawks have won the first 2 head-to-head meetings this year. Pierrefonds on the mound, and there's a pitch that'll one-hop the catcher, and Jesse Lahash will get to second standing up. Leadoff runner reaches second. 1-1 the count here on Snow. And that pitch is high on Cole Snow. This game, of course, brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Cole Snow comes up empty on this pitch. 2-2 the count. Warhawks 4-3-2 this year. 2 of their wins have come here against the Phillies, winning 1 at home and 1 on the road. And there's a shot up the middle, base hit. Well, it gets it to center field, and the throw will come in. Snow will stop at first, and Lahash will score. Cole Snow RBI single, and the Warhawks strike first. Julien LeBears batting third will now stand in. Don't forget, at this level, it's 6-run max. And after a 6-run lead, you can no longer steal. LeBears with a chopper right back to Pierrefonds. The throw, he's safe, and LeBears will beat it out down the line. And now Cameron Mayo, the number 4 batter, batting cleanup. And the Phillies defenders take notice. No outs here, top of the first. 1 run in for the Warhawks. Runners on first and second. And there's a pitch down Broadway. Strike 1 on Cam. Wyatt Mayo on the on-deck circle. 24 degrees here in Pierrefonds. Nice little breeze. And there's a shot up to shortstop. The throw to second in time for 1. The throw down to first. In time, they get the double play. Snow advances to third, and there are 2 outs. Now Wyatt Mayo stands in. Runner on third. 2 outs. There's a lot of room back there, too, at the backstop. So if the ball gets away from the catcher, it could spell trouble. Ball 1. Nathan Setterford on the on-deck circle. 1-0 lead Warhawks. Runner on third. Ball 2. Dylan Stand-Up would bat 7th, and Sam Barrety batting 8th. Only 8 here for the Warhawks this evening. And there's a shot to short. Stop. The throw to first. And they got him, and the run will not count. But the Warhawks do score 1. It's 1-0 Kahnawake heading into the bottom half of the first. Back in Pierrefonds, bottom of the first inning in this League Baseball Metropolitaine junior matchup, the Kahnawake Warhawks and Pierrefonds Phillies. Kahnawake leading it 1-0 thanks to an RBI single from Cole Snow, who is on the mound facing Troy Church, Cole Arnold, and Marco Borelli here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Warhawks won the matchup over the weekend against Pierrefonds, so this is actually a back-to-back for Kahnawake, who comes in 4 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. There's a shot to second, and Mayo not able to handle the hop, and a runner is on first. So Cole Arnold will now stand in. And the Warhawks with 2 outfielders. Oh, any shot to opposite fields could spell doom for Kahnawake. Cameron Mayo at short, and there's strike 1 from Snow to Julien Leberge, who's behind the plate. Sam Parody over at third. Jesse Lahash at first. And Setterford and Stand-Up in the outfield. Setterford in center, Stand-Up in left. Runner on first, the 0-1. That's in there, good pitch from Snow. 0-2 the count. Well, I think we're pretty safe away from baseball, so we're about 350 feet down the line here in right. And that's fouled as the runner goes, and he'll have to go back. Troy Church gets back to first base now, 0-2 the count. Snow trying to get out number 1 this inning, the 0-2. Runner goes. Strike 3. Throw to second. Oh, that was looking good. He's in. Oh, great throw by Leberge. Arnold does go down on strike, so this strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held each and every single Sunday, 5:30 p.m. on Zoom. Runner does get the second, so there's 1 down. And Marco Borelli standing in to bat. He's a 3-hitter. And now the outfield will have to shift as it's a left-handed batter. Basically, if you're familiar with football terms as I am, you got 2 outfielders that are playing center field, neither one really hugging the line. They're playing zone, basically, one in between left and center, the other in between where right and center would be. Ball 1, by the way, here on Borelli. Ball upstairs, 2-0. Could also pay dividends too on the base paths if there's ever a steal. That's a long run for Stand-Up to get back as this pitch misses 3-0. Look at how much distance Dylan Stand-Up is between he and that right field line, or that left field line, so that could pay dividends as well. The 3-0. Ball 4, that misses, and a 4-pitch walk to Borelli. Puts runners on first and second, and the cleanup hitter, Nathan Ross, will now stand in. It's another lefty. 2 runners on, 1 down. Strike 1. Cole Snow not messing around as he throws a strike. Hits the inside corner. 0-1 the count. 24 degrees out here and a pleasant breeze coming out of the southwest. Ball 1. Warhawks scored first, but a double play resulted at the end of that inning. That misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Cole's just got to elevate that pitch a little higher. Nick Derby standing on the on-deck circle for the Phillies. There's a strike. 2-2. Church on second, Borelli on first. Fouled. 2-2 the count, and the 6th pitch of this at-bat is coming up now. That's strike 3, looking, 2 down. That strikeout is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. 2 outs, huge second strikeout for Cole Snow. And now stepping into bat is Nick Derby, number 44. So there's the shift for the Warhawks. Hediford basically playing between right field and center field. Look at it. He's actually in center field. That's a big gap. A lot of room out here, especially if this is hit opposite field. Jesse Lahash basically over at first base. He's kind of like the closest to a left fielder. Throw down to third. Got him! What a throw by Julien LeBerge. And that will take care of the Phillies here in the bottom of the first. No runs. No hits, 1 error, 1 left on. It's 1-0 Warhawks after 1. Welcome back to George Springate Ball Field, top of the inning number 2. 1-0 lead for the junior Warhawks, leading the Pierrefonds Phillies. Nathan Sediford, Dylan Standup, and Sam Parody into bat for Kahnawake. And there's a shot to shallow center, and that is caught in center field by Murphy. 1 down. So Murphy makes the catch at center. 1 up and 1 down for the Warhawks here in the top of the second. And now standing at the bat is Dylan Standup. The Warhawks playing with only 8 this evening. And Standup fouls this one off, 0-1. Second inning of work for Miriam Perron. Ball. Stand-up blazed off some low stuff. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Ball outside and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here. 1-0 lead for Kahnawake. And that pitch misses upstairs and inside. 3 balls and a strike on Dylan Standup. Here's the delivery. And that is ball 4 on Dylan Standup, and he's going to take his trip to first base. Takes the turn. It's a walk for Dylan Standup. And Sam Parody, the last batter, the number 8 hitter, stands into bat. Jesse Lahash, the leadoff hitters on the on-deck circle. He scored the only run thus far of this game. And there's a shot on the infield at shortstop, and that will be caught. 2 down. As Picciarello puts it away for the second out. So 2 down, and Jesse Lahash will now stand in. He is 1 for 1 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Ball. Cole Snow, who has the game's lone RBI, is on the on-deck circle. Ball 2. Stand up out at first base. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's upstairs. Throw down to first. Stand up forced to go back to the bag. And it's 3-0 right now on Jesse Lahash. Ball 4. That'll be a walk. And runners are now on first and second for the Warhawks. Cole Snow standing in. Stand up advances the second. Cole Snow 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Ball. And there's a shot into shallow left. That's caught, and that'll do it for the inning. It's 1-0 Warhawks leading at the end of the top of the second inning. 1-0 lead Warhawks. Back here at George Springate Park, bottom of the second inning. 1-0 lead for the U21 Warhawks against the Pierrefonds Phillies. Nick Derby into bat for Pierrefonds. And that swung on and missed, strike one. Cole Snow here in his second inning of work. That ball gets away, 1-1 the count. And if you're going to throw a wild pitch, you might as well do it when nobody's on board. Or no one's aboard, 1-1 the count. The 1-1. And swung over, and it's 1-2 the count now on Derby. Vincent Piccarello and Sarah Schmitz also went to bat this inning for the Phillies. And that is strike 3. 1 up and 1 down for the Phils in the bottom of the second. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. 1 up and 1 down here for Pierrefonds. Piccarello now stands in for Pierrefonds. Third strikeout of the game for Cole Snow. Ball 1. Strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're basically on the campus of Pierrefonds Comprehensive High School. Actually, it's Pierrefonds Community High School now, PCHS. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. That misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike on Piccarello. There's a shot to second base. Mayo picks it up to throw to first in time. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Now standing into bat for Pierrefonds is number 43, Sarah Schmitz. There's strike 1 from Snow. On 1 the count on Schmitz. They'll wind up and the pitch. Fouled. Oh, that came close to hitting someone over there. Nothing at 2. Cole Snow 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Just missed off the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 from Snow. And now we've got an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schmidt's battling back in the count. It's even, 2-2. Snow trying to get out of the inning. And it's a full count now on Schmidt's, 3-2. Miriam Perron standing on the on-deck circle for Pierrefonds. That is a ball. And Schmidt draws the walk, so she comes back from being down 0-2 in the count. And the Phillies have a runner aboard. Runner on first, 2 outs, and Miriam Perron now standing into bat. And that misses off the inside part of the plate, 1-0. Snow winding up. Ball 2. Good stop by the Bears back there. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Warhawks leading the Pierrefonds Phillies. 2 outs and a runner on first. The 2-0 swung on and missed by Perron, 2-1 the count. Brett Goldenberg standing on the on-deck circle for the Phils. Inside, and it's 3-1 now on Miriam Perron. Ball 4, and 2 runners are on for the Phils. So now Brett Goldenberg will stand in after a couple of free passes issued by Cole Snow. And here's the shift for the Warhawks with only 2 outfielders. Zetterford comes to right center, and Dylan Standup out in left center. Ball 1. Plenty of pitching options for the Warhawks too. Cam and Wyatt both can pitch. Shagawihu not here. He can also pitch. Ball 2, and it's suddenly 2-0. And Cole Snow, who was cruising, just needs a couple of pitches to find the strike zone here. He's been unhittable when he's thrown the pitches there. And the bases are loaded as this pitch plunks Goldenberg. We're going to have a visit on the mound. Our first ball game of the year. I know I've been very, very busy with both minor lacrosse as well as my daughter's team and the team that I coach. So haven't gotten many of these opportunities, many free weekday nights where somebody's playing. Bases are loaded. Eric Parody came in to visit Cole Snow. Dylan Standup can pitch. Jesse Lahash Jr. can pitch. Cam Mayo, Wyatt Mayo, both of those guys can pitch. So plenty of pitching options. We'll see what Cole can do here. Bases loaded for Daniel Pavoni. Off-speed pitch finds the strike zone, 0-1. Sometimes that's all you need too. If you're a pitcher, is just a visit a little conversation, focus on the next batter. You can't do anything about the last three. And it's 0-2 here on Pavoni as he swings over the top. Louis Day standing on the on-deck circle. And that's fouled. Oh, at the top of the ceiling, top of the bleachers, right behind home plate. Once again, Cole Snow 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The 0-2. There's a shot through into left field. 1 run scores, a second run coming across. That will score, and the Phillies take the lead 2-1. A 2-run single for Pavoni. And Pierrefonds has the lead 2-1. So Louis Day will now stand in as the 2 girls scored. 2 girls who started this rally, Schmitz and Perron. That's the first base hit for Pierrefonds today, and that one will get by. And runners are now on second and third, so 2 in scoring position for the Phils. And now the play is at first, pretty much. Two and 0. Julien LeBears, Cam, and Wyatt Mayo will bat in the top of the third. There's a strike. Strike 2. And now it's 2-2 the count. Here on Day. Cole Snow 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The 2-2. Strung on and missed. And the ball was dropped. And that'll take care of the bottom of the second inning. While the Phillies take the lead, that strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. It's 2-1 in favor of Pierrefonds after 2. Back at George Springgate Park in Pierrefonds, top of the third inning, the junior Warhawks trailing the Pierrefonds Phillies by a count of 2-1. Julien LeBears, Cam Mayo, and Wyatt Mayo will bat for Kahnawake here in the top half of inning number 3. And Marion Perron, who just scored a run, is in what is now her third inning of work. LeBears has singled. He's 1 for 1 on the day. And takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And he bunts down the third base line over to the pitcher. Perron picks it up and he beats it out. A bunt. Julien LeBears with a perfectly placed bunt. And the Warhawks have a runner on first. Cam Mayo hit into a ground play his last at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Ball. And they're staring down LeBears over at first. LeBears goes. Chopped up the middle. Yeah, gets through. And LeBears is on his horse, headed to third. The ball slows up in the grass. Runners on first and third. Cam Mayo with a single. Runners on the corners, and Wyatt Mayo now stands in. Game-tying run is just 90 feet away from home. Wyatt grounded out his last at-bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Ball. Nathan Cataford standing on the on-deck circle. And that's hit foul. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's on the inside corner, 1-2 the count. Cameron Mayo will get to second base on the steal. That's not how you draw it up, but it worked, I guess. So Wyatt now has 2 runners at scoring position, no outs. Runners on second and third. Swung on and missed. 1 out. And that's Pierrefonds' first strikeout of the game. Nathan Cataford standing in. He's 0 for 1, flew out to center back in the top of the first, or top of the second. Ball. Dylan Stand-Up is on deck. Fouled. Ball. 2-2. LeBears is on third. Cam's on second. And that's popped up in the infield. Pierrefonds takes care of it, and there are 2 outs. The Warhawks had 2 runners in scoring position on second and third with no outs. And back-to-back outs, which did not move the needle, suddenly make this a crucial at-bat. Dylan Stand-Up needs to get on base in order to tie this game. Unless there's something like a stolen base at home or what have you, but 1-0 on Dylan Stand-Up. Sam Parody standing on deck. 2-0 now on Stand-Up. And now it's 3-0. You have to wonder if Dylan will get the green light on 3-0. Taking all the way is Stand-Up, 3-1. Stand-Up sends one to second. Throw to first. He's out. And the Phillies get out of a jam. 2-1 Pierrefonds after 2.5. We're here at George Springate Park in Pierrefonds, bottom of the third. The Junior A Warhawks trailing 2-1 to the Pierrefonds Phillies. As Murphy will stand in for Pierrefonds. Then we're back to the top of the lineup. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Liam Murphy sends a shot up to left field. And the call up gets a base hit. And now we're back to the top of the lineup with Troy Church. He reached on an error back in the bottom of the first. Go back to first. Strike one. Cole Snow sets. Throws back to first. Safe at first base. Cole Arnold is on deck. Strike two. Fouled. Oh, it's a long run back to first for Murphy. Runner not gonna go, but if you're the Warhawks, you gotta start making better throws than that. Seemed like half engaged right there. Runner on first, no outs. The 1-2. Strike three, big strikeout. Cole Snow. Church goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 5 for Cole Snow. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held every single Sunday on Zoom at 5:30. You can only get your tickets on the floor. Here's Cole Arnold, 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Strike one, throw down to second. That hit him. That's a stolen base for Murphy. Strike. Runner's going. And Murphy is on third. Nothing in 2 on Cole Arnold, but Liam Murphy's on third base. Suddenly, if Arnold can make contact, a shot to the outfield might be good enough to get Pierrefonds a third run of the game and put him up by 2. Outside. Sam Parody, Jesse Lahash, and Cole Snow will bat for the Hawks in the top half of the fourth inning. Here's the 1-2 from Snow. Got him. Oh, sorry, it's a 2-2 the count. I thought, all right. My bad, 2-2 the count. Here's a 2-2 from Snow. Chop to first. That's going to get a run across. Lahash takes it to first. Liam Murphy scores, and it's 3-1 Phillies. So the bases are empty with 2 down, and Marco Borelli stands in. Ball. Ball 2. Ball. And it's 3-0. Here on Marco Borelli. Four-pitch walk. So Borelli has walked for a second time. And Nathan Ross will stand in. For Pierrefonds. Runner on first. 2 outs. Ross struck out back in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the evening. Two and 0. Strike one. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Back to first. Off-speed pitch misses away, and it's 3-1. Nick Derby is on deck. Three-two, and the runner's going. Runner gets a second. And it's a full count on Ross. It's a full count. Runner on second. 2 down. The 3-2. And that's sent deep into center over the glove of stand-up. And it's 4-1 Pierrefonds. And the Phillies have taken a 3-run lead. Nick Derby stands in 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the bottom of the second. There's a high shot at center, and it's caught by Cataford, and that will take care of the Phillies in the bottom of the third. They do score 2, and they do have a 4-1 lead as we make our way to the top of the fourth. Top of the fourth inning, set to go. The Junior A Warhawks trailing Pierrefonds 4-1. Sam Parody is standing in. He's 0 for 1. Flew out back in the top of the second. This is inning number 4 of work for Miriam Perron. And it's 2-0 on Parody. Warhawks needing to put the nose to the grindstone, so to speak, here and work. 3-0 now on Parody. Jesse Lahash is on deck. Parody taking all the way. Strike one. Here's a 3-1. Ball 4. That is a walk for Sam Parody, and the Warhawks have the leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the fourth. Jesse Lahash will now stand in. Lahash has singled, scored a run, stolen the base, and walked in this game. 0-1. Parody goes back to first. Cole Snow standing on the on-deck circle. Warhawks trailing 4-1. Ball 2, and now Parody will get to second. Runner in scoring position. Ball 3 on Jesse Lahash. And Lahash walks, and there are runners on first and second for the Warhawks. Lahash has walked twice now. He's been on board all 3 times. Cole Snow is 1 for 2, single, driven to run in, and popped out in his last at-bat. There's a ball. Julien Laberge is on deck. Throw came back into second. Ball. 2-0 the count on Cole Snow. Three and 0 here on Snow. And the bases are loaded with no outs. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Warhawks are threatening here in the top of the 4th. They're trailing 4-1, but the bases are loaded. And Julien Laberge stands in. Laberge is 2 for 2 on the night. It should be interesting to see how the Warhawks approach this. Back-to-back walks, or back-to-back walks here, given up by Midi and Perron. And Julien Laberge is 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, and boy, a single like that, another single here would be huge. Dropped a bunt in his last at-bat. I'm not quite sure he'll be doing that here. And he takes ball 1 on the inside. Kahnawake is on deck. Ball 2. Foul. 2-1 the count. Ball. And it's 3-1 on Julien Laberge. Ball 4, Laberge will draw a walk and the run scores. It's not pretty baseball, but it's efficient. Warhawks get 1, it's 4-2, and the bases are still loaded, nobody out for Kahnawake, who is 1 for 2. He grounded out, stole a base, and singled. 4-2. Ball 1 to Cam. Wyatt Mayo's on deck. Jesse Lahash on second. Or it's Cole Snow, sorry, on second. Jesse Lahash is on third. Julien Laberge is on first. 1-1 the count on Kahnawake. 1-2. Wyatt Mayo's on deck. Strike 3. One down. So here's Wyatt Mayo. Ball. Look how big of a lead LeBerge has over at first. Obviously the bases are loaded. He can't advance unless someone else does. Ball 2, and now the runners are going! He scores! 4-3. Runners are on second and third. Nathan Kahnawake on deck. And it's a one-run game. Inside. So Cole Snow's on third, Julien LeBerge on second. That's down the middle. Sam Parody and Jesse Lahash have both scored. There's a shot to second. The throw to first will be in time, and that will tie the game. And the runner goes to third, and Nathan Kahnawake will stand in. The Warhawks have scored 3 here. Kahnawake 0 for 2. He has popped out and flown out. Ball. And there's a shot up the middle. Base hit. Wow, Nathan Kahnawake in the clutch. And the Warhawks have taken the lead. Four runs in the top of the fourth. And it's 5-4 Hawks. And here's Dylan Stand-Up. Kahnawake goes back to first, and the ball hits the top of the plate. Nathan's having a bit of an adventure here. He might as well get back to first. Oh, that was a clutch hit by Nathan Kahnawake to give the Warhawks the lead. 5-4. Ball. Dylan Stand-Up represents what would be the max run. 6. Ball. Back to first. Kahnawake is in time. 3-0 the count here on Dylan Stand-Up. Sam Parody, who started the inning off, is on the on-deck circle. They batted through the lineup, even though it's not that impressive with only 8. And that is ball 4 on Stand-Up. So Sam Parody, who walked and scored earlier in this inning, is back up to bat. 0 for 1 with that aforementioned walk and run scored. He's also flown out. Ball. And Jesse Lahash is on deck. Ball 2. The 2-0. Three balls. And that is a 4-pitch free pass to Parody. and he's walked for a second time this inning. The bases are loaded. Jesse Lahash is into bat, and we are gonna get a pitching change for the Phillies. Back here at Springate Park, 4 runs in for the Warhawks here in the top half of inning number 4. They have a 5-4 lead now. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Jesse Lahash is into bat. He has walked and scored a run in this inning. Takes ball 1 from Lewis Day, the new pitcher for the Phillies. Lahash has reached base all 3 times he's been at the dish this evening. Warhawks have 4, so they could score 2 more. Inside. Ball 3. And you know, at this point, it's almost like for parity, once Lahash hits the ball, no matter how far it goes, he's pretty much, he should probably just go to second and stay there. Let the other 2 runners come make their track around. That's assuming Jesse gets the hit here. And it's not a hit, but it's a run scored as Jesse Lahash is walked for a 3rd time. So Cataford scores. Stand-up gets the 3rd. And Cole Snow stands in. 6-4 Warhawks. 1 more run and they've maxed out. Strike 1 on Snow. So this is the last batter of the inning regardless. 5 runs in for the Hawks, and not only 5 runs in, but the bases are loaded and 2 outs. So nothing else will come of this inning. Snow fouls this one back, and it's 0-2. And Cole Snow's down to his last strike here in this at-bat. 5 runs in for the Hawks. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1-2 the count on Cole Snow. 5 runs in for Kahnawake in the top of the 4th. Ball. Go back to 3rd. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, that was close. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. That's fouled back, and a 6th pitch of this at-bat is coming up. One more run can score for Kahnawake. Ball. 2-2. Or I believe it's a 3-2 count now, so. I guess we'll find out here if Day throws another ball. And that is ball 4, and the Warhawks have maxed out. 6 runs for Kahnawake, and they have a 7-4 lead at the end of 3.5. Back here at Springate Park, bottom of the 4th, 1 down after Vincent Piccarello grounded out. Cameron Mayo now on the mound, and that is a 1-2-3 strikeout of Sarah Schmitz. 2 down, and Miriam Perron will now stand in for Pierrefonds. What a big difference the Warhawks got to feel now after putting up 6. They maxed out in the top half of inning number 4. Perron has walked and scored. Fouls this one back, 0-1. Julian LeBerge, Cam, and Wyatt Mayo set the bat in the top half of inning number 5 for Kahnawake. Ball. There's a strike. Kahnawake 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 1-2-3 fashion at that too. The 1-2. Hit well at second. Wyatt makes the catch, and that will take care of the Phillies here in the bottom half of inning number 4. 1-2-3 inning. It's 7-4 Warhawks at the end of 4. Top half of the 5th we go. Kahnawake Warhawks leading the Pierrefonds Phillies by a count of 7-4. Julien Leberge into bat. He has singled twice, walked, scored a run. Louis Day in after he came in for relief in the top half of the 4th. There's a strike on the Bears, 1-1 to count. 7-4 Kahnawake after putting up 6 on the board in the top half of inning number 4. And Leberge takes a heavy cut here and comes up empty, 1-2 the count. And he hits this one high. Caught in foul territory for out number 1. Good catch over at third by Daniel Pavoni. Cameron Mayo now into bat. Mayo is 1 for 3. He has singled, stolen a base, struck out, and grounded out. Strike 1. Actually, he was the only, I believe, the only Warhawk. He and Wyatt were the only Warhawks in the last inning to not reach base. One and one the count here. It's not going to matter at this point the way Cam pitched in that last inning. He lays off some low stuff, 2-1 the count on Cam. Fouled. Two balls, 2 strikes on Cam Mayo. 1 out. Our first broadcast of baseball for this season. Hard to believe. Here's the pitch to Mayo. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And he hits this one high in the air. That will be caught by Day, and there are 2 down. So in steps Wyatt Mayo, who has struck out, grounded out, and driven in a run via a sacrifice grounder. The guy after him, Nathan Cataford, who had the go-ahead run driven in. Strike. There's the 0-1. Foul tipped in the mitt for strike 2. And Day is 1 strike away from 1-2-3ing the Warhawks. And that is right down Broadway for strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Warhawks in the top of the 5th. It's 7-4 Kahnawake leading. We return to George Springate Park, bottom half of inning number 5. The Junior A Warhawks leading 7-4 over the Pierrefonds Phillies. And here's a shot into deep center field, and that will get over the head of Kahnawake. He throws it into second. Wyatt Mayo comes out to reach him, and that is a leadoff double for Brett Goldenberg. Now standing at the bat is Daniel Pavoni. He has an RBI single, 1-for-1 on the evening. That pitch misses low, ball 1. Just off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. It's Cam Mayo's second inning of work. He came in for relief of Cole Snow back in the 4th inning. And that is a free pass delivered to Pavoni. And Lewis Day will now step in. So pitcher on pitcher matchup right here. And Day represents the game tying run, and he steps into bat with 2 runners aboard, nobody out. Strike 1 as Cam Mayo blows it by Day. Well, there's no outfielder here. You might have noticed the Warhawks have nobody in right field. That's because there's only 2 outfielders. As this pitch gets away, but LeBears hops on it in time. 3-1 the count. Cataford's in center, stand-ups in right, and there's absolutely nobody here in left. So they're really playing the percentages right here. Go back to second. Not in time. Does that ever work? I find myself asking that same question all the time. Not the throwback, but the fake throwback from the baseman to the pitcher. Well, the baseman keeps it. Shot up the middle, and that's through. Kahnawake picks it up. Runner will score. And the Phillies have cut the lead down to 7-5. So Lewis Day has an RBI single, and Liam Murphy is in. The call-up, 1-for-1. With a single and a stolen base, he's also scored a run. One and 1. Nobody out here. 7-5 Warhawks lead. Cataford, stand-up, and parody due up for Kahnawake in the top half of inning number 6. Foul. 1-2 the count. And that's fouled back. Runners on second and third. 2 strikes on Murphy, the pitch. Two and two. All right, runners on first and second. The bases are now, or the count is now full. Top of the lineup due up for Pierrefonds. 7-5 Warhawks leading. 1 run in the bottom half of the 5th. Fouled. And now the 7th pitch of this, or the 8th pitch of this at bat will be coming up. Strike 3! Oh, huge strikeout for Cam Mayo, 1 down. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen. Second strikeout for Cam, 1 down. Threat far from over though. The Phillies still have runners on first and second. 1 down, and Troy Church steps in. He has reached on an error and struck out. Up the middle. Throw to second in time, throw to first will not happen. So they get the runner out at second, and there's 2 down. Day gets thrown out, Pavoni moves to third, and the game tying runs on first. The go-ahead run steps in, potential go-ahead run steps in. Cole Arnold 0 for 2, or 0 for 1 with the sacrifice RBI. By the way, that's a stolen base for Church. He takes second. 2-0 on Cole Arnold. Marco Borelli is on deck. Strike 1. 2-1. Foul. And now we've got an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's also 2 outs here. Mayo trying to escape the side. The 2-2. He got him! Huge strikeout, Cam Mayo. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Top of the 6th we go. It's 7-5 Kahnawake. Back we are at George Springate Park in Pierrefonds. Top of the 6th. Kahnawake Warhawks 7, Pierrefonds Phillies 5, and it looks like we're going to get a full 7 innings in tonight. Louis Day going up against Nathan Cataford, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And he takes ball 1 low. Cataford, stand up and parody due up for Kahnawake here. Strike. 1-1. Ball. And that hit the catcher, Cole Arnold, in the mask. It's Nick Derby, sorry, who was catching. Hit him right in the mask. Sarah Schmidt is on first for the Phils. And that pitch makes Cataford scamper. And that is a walk for Cataford to start the top of the 6th. Dylan Stand-Up will now stand in. He has walked twice and grounded out. 0 for 1 officially on the evening with a run scored. Here's the pitch from Day. And I believe that pitch was called a strike. Nothing in 1 on stand-up. That misses away. Inside, a throw back to first. Cataford scampers back. Ball. Warhawks leading at 7-5, runner on first base. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. That's in there. Throw back to first. Cataford is there. Sam Parody on the on-deck circle. He has flown out and walked twice. Strike. Oh, it's a full count now, 3-2. So the first pitch was called a ball. So we've got a 3-2 count on stand-up here. Stand-up sends a shot up the middle, snagged, step on the bag, throw to first. Double play. Good work by Brett Goldenberg. And Sam Parody will now stand in. Parody has walked twice. Strike. Jesse Lahash is on deck. Ball. Strike. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. And it'll be interesting now with 12 teams in Division 2 of this league. It'll be interesting to see how the playoffs work as the 1-2 comes in. That's high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count on Parody. 3-2. Parody bounces one to second, stopped the throw to first in time, and that will take care of the Warhawks here in the top of the 6th. 7-5, Kahnawake leading. And there's a shot to deep left. And that'll get in front of stand-up. And a leadoff base hit for Marco Borelli. And Nathan Ross will now stand in to bat for Pierrefonds. Ross has doubled and struck out. (7-5) Kahnawake leading here in the bottom half of the sixth. Swung on and missed. Top half of the lineup, or the top of the lineup due up for the Warhawks in the seventh. Jesse Lahash, Cole Snow, and Julien Laberge. There's a shot up the middle, that'll get through. And runners are now on first and second. Back-to-back singles to start this inning for the Phillies. And runners are on first and second, no outs, and Nick Derby stands in. He has struck out and lined out 0 for 2 on the evening. And there's a shot up to short. Snow snags it, throws a second. They get the out at second. Just by the hair of the chinny chin chin, one down. Borelli advances the third. And runners are on the corners with one down. And Vincent Piccarello stands in. He is 0 for 2, has grounded out twice. Runner is gone. Strike one. And now there's an open base over at first. 7-5 Hawks leading here, bottom of the sixth. Top of the lineup due up in the top half of the open inning. Jesse Lahash, Cole Snow, and Julien Laberge. That pitch misses low. Even count, 1-1, one down here. Sarah Schmitz on the on-deck circle. 2-1. Two and two as that pitch is in there. Kahnawake leading this game 7-5. And that's chopped foul. And the sixth pitch of the at-bat is coming up right now. 7-5 Warhawks, one down. Full count. And that is a walk. And the bases are loaded for Sarah Schmitz with one down. Schmitz has walked, scored a run, and struck out swinging. And that's hit off the edge of the bat. Foul! Just barely. Oh. Like we mentioned too, any hit to opposite field could be trouble. Now both Schmitz and Perron have hit the ball this way. When they're hitting, they're both right-handed batters. They're hitting the ball at us. Whew. That was close. Strike two. 0-2. Miriam Perron hoping to bat here. The 0-2. 1-2 as that pitch is upstairs. You see both the outfielders here pretty much playing center field. They're playing pretty much a zone outfield right now between center and left or center and right. And there's strike 3. 2 down. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen over at Mohawk Super Bingo. And Miriam Perron will stand in with the bases loaded. 7-5 Warhawks. No runs in for the Phillies here in the bottom half of the 6th. Top of the lineup due up for the Hawks in the top of the 7th. Ball. Any base right now. Any bag. Check swing. I don't know if they called that they called it a strike. All right, 1-1. Strike. 1-2 the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 7-5 Warhawks leading here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 3. That is massive. Cam Mayo gets out of the jam. We're heading into the top of the open inning. 7-5 Kahnawake leading. We're back here in the top half of the open inning. Kahnawake Warhawks and the Pierrefonds Phillies. 7-5 Kahnawake leading. Top of the lineup is batting. Jesse Lahash has walked 3 times and singled. And now he's hit by a pitch, so he has reached base all 5 at-bats. And Cole Snow will now stand in. Snow has walked twice, popped out, and singled. 1 for 2 officially on the evening with an RBI single. Throw back to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Pavoni. That ball gets away and Jesse Lahash is gone to second. Brett Goldenberg, Daniel Pavoni, and Lewis Day up to bat for Pierrefonds in the bottom half of this open inning. And Snow swings over the top and misses. Uh-oh, they call Lahash in a rundown. And he will get to the second. Nobody was back there for Pierrefonds, though. So, I mean, if the third baseman, Piccarello, threw it back to short or to second, then nobody would be behind him. And if Lahash got behind him, that was it. And Snow misses, strike 2. Julien Leberge is on deck. Snow takes full count. Fouled. And there's a shot to opposite field. That'll get ahead of the left fielder. Jesse Lahash is in at third. Snow takes his trip. Snow with the single, runners on the corners, and Julien Lebert stands in. Julien has singled twice, walked, scored a run, and popped out 2 for 3 on the night. Snow is gone. And runners are on second and third, so 2 in scoring position. Off the plate. Cameron Mayo on deck. That's in there. 7-5 Warhawks leading. It's the top of the open inning. No runs in yet this inning for Kahnawake. Snow's on second, Lahash on third. Here's the pitch. And that's shot up to short. That'll be stopped by Goldenberg. The throw across the diamond, got by, and now 1 run's in. Snow's on his horse. He will score as well. 2 runs are in. And the Warhawks up the lead to 4. RBI single for LeBerge. Snow scores on the error, and it's 9-5 Warhawks with Cameron Mayo now stepping in. Strike 1. Runner's going, and that'll get away. LeBerge takes his turn and gets to second. It's our first baseball broadcast of the season. I've been super busy coaching my team, and obviously with my daughter now playing t-ball, and all of our minor lacrosse broadcasts, and the junior hunters as well. So been quite a busy time here in my world. And LeBerge is going to get the third. A runner on third. No outs, 2 runs already in for the Hawks, and we're going to get a timeout on the infield. We're back here at Springgate Park, 9-5 Warhawks leading. There's a ball to Cam Mayo, runner on third. No outs, 2 runs already in for the Hawks in the top half of this open inning. They're allowed to score 10. And there's a big swing and a miss by Cam. Wyatt Mayo's on deck. And then Nathan Cataford in the hole. There's a chopper to third. That'll get a run in. And the throw is away. Oh, he beat that out. Oh, good hustle. Good hustle down the first base line. RBI for Cam Mayo, and the Warhawks up the lead to 10-5. Wyatt Mayo will now stand in. Ball. Don't forget, the difference between this and minor baseball is In minor baseball, steals would be off right now, but in this league, it's 6 runs the difference. Minor, it's 5. And that's fouled back. That would have hit Jesse Lahash, exactly where he was sitting. Right in the back. 1-1 the count, no outs. 3 runs in for the Warhawks here in the top of the open inning. That gets away, and look at Mayo. Cam Mayo hustling. He will get to second. Runner in scoring position. Good hustle by Cam Mayo. Swung on and missed by Wyatt. Nathan Cataford standing on the on-deck circle. And there's a lot of room too in the back. On the backstop. There's a chopper. That gets through. Cam Mayo on his horse. He'll get to third. Wyatt takes his turn. That is a single for Wyatt Mayo. Warhawks have runners on the corners.
Fucking go, Wyatt. First hit of the year.
Runners on the corners. Nathan Cataford will stand in. All right, the Phillies are up 4-1 in the top half of inning number 4, and then the Warhawks maxed out. Throw to second, not in time. Ooh, he's out at second. He came off the bag. And Mayo slow to get up. Runners on the corner. So that'll be a fielder's choice for Cataford. 1 down here, and Dylan Standup now stands in. He has walked twice, grounded out, and hit it to a double play. 1 down. A hit to the outfield, even if it's caught, may result in run number 11. Runner is gone. Cataford gets the second on the steal. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Ball gets away. Cam Mayo not going to go for it. Swung on and missed. Ball gets away. I think the Warhawks bench wanted Cam to go for it, but he's not gonna. Here's the pitch. And that misses. That's a walk to Dylan Standup. Bases are loaded. Sam Parody stands in. Bases juice, 1 down. Jesse Lahash goes to the on-deck circle. Parody fouls this one off. Ball. No, he's going for it. He scores. He scores. Mayo scores, and now steals are off. 6-run lead. Ball. Hopefully the team knows that. And there's a shot to deep center, caught on a rope. Hit right at Liam Murphy, then that was drilled. And now Jesse Lahash Jr. will bat for the second time in this inning. He has walked 3 times, been hit by a pitch, scored 3 runs, and a single. So he's reached base all 5 times he's been at the dish. Go down there and tell Lee 6 runs. Fouled. Lee!
No steal.
6 runs! Oh, there you hear me trying to yell at Lee Snow. No, he's going! No! He's out. And that'll do it for the inning. Well, we tried. That will do it. It's 11-5 Warhawks, and we're heading into the bottom half of the open inning for the Phillies. And there's strike 1 from Cam Mayo to Brett Goldenberg. Trying to shut the door is Cam. Warhawks leading the Phillies 11-5. Strike 2 on Goldenberg. Good pitch from Cam. 1-2 the count. And that's strike 3. That strikeout is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. 1 down. Daniel Pavoni will stand in. Strike. And that misses low and away, 1-1. And there's a shot to deep left. And that will get to the wall. Stand-up throws it in. That is a double for Pavoni with 1 down. Well, that was just smack down the left field line. And Lewis Day stands in. Swings and misses, strike 1, 0-1 the count on Day. Day is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Also drove in a run. Strike 2. (11-5) Warhawks leading. Just missing the outside corner. Ball 2, and now Pavoni's gonna go. And he's in at third. And the Bears having trouble tracking the ball behind the plate. Strong on and miss, strike 3, and there are 2 outs. That strikeout is brought to you by Find the Queen. And into bat is Liam Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout looking. And he squared up. Tipped. Strike 1. Be interesting to see that a squeeze play here with 2 down. Strike 2. Mayo needs 1 more. That missed the inside corner. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is in there for strike 3. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen, and the Kahnawake Warhawks have won this game by a final score of 11-5 over Pierrefonds. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Cam Mayo strikes out the side, and the Junior Warhawks defeat the Pierrefonds Phillies by a count of 11-5. The Phillies fall to 2-12-1. The Warhawks get to 5-3-2. So Kahnawake now up in the season series, 3 wins, 2-0. That'll do it here from George Springate Park in Pierrefonds. My name is Brian DeBordo for Baby Blue Memories. Now a go for joining us on the Giveaway.